Let me do this. Thank you all so much for joining us here on the GMAP Broadcast Network. As you can tell, we have one of our featured authors here on the GMAP Broadcast Network. And I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to say, good afternoon, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, my goodness. And it is great to hear you say that. Do me a kind favor, if you don't mind. Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. Tell us where you're from.
Yes, I'm from New York City. I'm an author and retired professor. In the past, I've been in the theater as a writer, a director, an actor.
Mm. Wow. And I tell you, we are grateful and we are taking time out right now to thank you for number one, thank you for being here with us today. Thank you so much for accepting the invitation to be a part of our broadcast network platform. And thank you for allowing us to be a part of your journey. You have a brand new publication out, and of course, we are excited to hear a little bit about it. Why don't you tell us about it if you don't mind?
Yes, it's titled Dangerous Theater. It's a book rather, that was written for the 1930s when during the Depression, the government sponsored a theater project called the Federal Theater Project. And my book talks about how it used playwrights to help unemployed actors get through that period.
Wow. Now, is this in fact your first publication release, or is this a follow up to something that you have previously written before?
No, it's the first attempt at this topic.
Wow, your first one, and boy, I'm telling you, I'm making history here. I'm making history with this one because it's the first, of course, release and the first project, and of course, I am grateful to be one of those individuals that, of course, have the opportunity to talk with you. Now, what brought you to that point? I mean, what made you make the decision to write this publication and release it for reading for the people?
Well, I heard so much about the Federal Theater Project, and the more I heard about it, the more I became interested in doing research into it and writing something about it.
Hmm. Now, of course, is this something that is just the beginning for you? What's next? Are you going to continue writing more publications beyond this one? What's next for you?
Well, I have some book projects in the offing, and I'm currently working on them.
Oh, now I know for a fact that there are many people that are going to want to show their support and go out and purchase a copy of your publication. Can you give us some details on how it can be purchased by the viewers and listeners today?
Yes, Page Turner is the publisher of it. They can contact Page Turner and acquire a book that way.
And you did say Page Turner.
Yes.
Ah, and that is the publishing company, of course. And of course, now, I'm gonna do with you what I did with my previous guest, and say there's some individuals out there that may be watching this conversation right now and saying, "How can I get started? What do I need to do to follow my journey and dreams?" Do you have some encouraging words to share with those individuals today?
Well, I think it helps to do a lot of reading to prepare yourself. A lot of reading. And the main thing is to just give yourself time each day to do some writing and stick to it. The main thing is to stick to it.
Wow. Now, let's just say some individuals wanted to reach out and contact you on a more individual basis. Is there some contact information, name, number, email, website that you can share with our viewers today?
Well, my email is Geraldine 44 at AOL.com. That's G as in George, E as in Edward, R as in Robert, O as in Oliver, M as in Michael, A as in Albert, I as in Ivan, N as in Nick, 44 at AOL.com.
AOL.com. Now
Yes,
I can only imagine how many times someone has gave you some flack for that because you are sticking to the email from back in the original days when emails first got released. I tell you, and that is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I want you to know and that if there's anything that we can do to continue to assist you on your journey and help present what you're doing and the publications you have, maybe special appearances in different locations, please don't hesitate to let us know. We would be honored to continue to release that information to the viewers so they will have a chance to show their support. Now, I'm going to rewind the tape a little bit and go back to the beginning and say, first of all, this is your first release, and you're going to continue to do some very, very creative writing and releases. But I want to know who designed the cover of your book. Who designed it?
page turner.
Ah, well, I want you, if you don't mind, to do me a favor and let them know that they did an excellent job. They
Yes,
did
they
an
did.
excellent job. It's very, very creative. It's eye catching. You know what? It will get the attention of millions of people around the world just by seeing the book cover alone. I am so grateful, and I appreciate creativity. I appreciate color. I appreciate professional designs, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is one of them. I tell you, I am so grateful to be able to share this author and this publication with you around the world. And of course, we're going to continue to show our support. Now, before I let you go, I'm just simply going to move over and allow you the opportunity to have your final words and closing remarks and just share with the people what's on your heart. I'm moving over, and I'm going to say the floor is yours.
Well, I highly recommend the book Dangerous Theater because it really shows the valiant effort that was made by Hallie Flanagan, who is the director of the Federal Theater Project, who stuck to it when she was criticized for one thing or another. And it's a good lesson in how to stick to it. Um, the Federal Theater Project tells a story of what was done under emergency circumstances during the Depression, and it's known today as something that gave writers a chance to be employed during the Depression when so many were out of work. 50 million rather, excuse me, were out of work, six were on relief, and 40,000 of them were show business people.
Wow. Well, again, I must say thank you for being here with us on this afternoon. We'll be honored to have you come back and visit and share some of the things that you have going on in the very near future. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you so much for allowing us to have you as one of our featured authors. Now, for those that don't know, now you know. He's a featured author on the GMAP Broadcast Network. You can always stop by gmap1.com. Click on the tab that is simply titled Featured Authors. You will see a copy of the current publication that I am now showing you on our television screen. Click on that cover. It will take you to the necessary location to find out more intimate information and details about the author as well as the publication. Don't forget, please show your love, care, concern, and support. Go out, purchase a copy, and share with all of your followers, family, and friends. We appreciate you so much. We want to encourage you to keep doing what you're blessed to do, and you make sure that you have a fantabulous rest of your day, okay?
Thank you very much.
And we thank you. I hear that all the time, but we thank you for being here. God bless you, and you take care.